If you want year-round Warriors coverage that's informative, entertaining, and consistent, this is your one-stop shop for all things Dubs all year round. So make sure you hit that red subscribe button down below. Let's catch the Lakers report. They're nearly at 49,000 subscribers. Warriors today north of 45K. Let's get to 50K and let's get it on and popping. And with that, let's start today's show. This is Golden State Warriors Today by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Chase Sr. What's up, Dub Nation? Hope everybody out there is doing very, very well. And the Warriors might be better off in doing well if Andre Iguodala comes back, and it looks as though that might happen. According to Mark Stein, Basketball Insider, on his Substack, he came out with a report that the Warriors are expecting Andre Iguodala to come back for one more year. Now, it's not official, it's not definitive as for whether or not he's going to continue what has been a great and fantastic basketball career, but he will make it official soon. With training camp coming up in a little more than a week, actually, he is set to announce that decision on his podcast. And obviously, Andre Iguodala, at this point of his career, with the mileage on the tires, with all of the years that he's accumulated throughout his career, is not the player that he was back, let's say, in 2018-19, when he averaged sub 6 points per game, about 3.5 rebounds, shot 50% from the deck, 33% from beyond the arc. He's more so like the player that we saw last year. He can play here and there. You don't want him playing every single night. And frankly, he probably doesn't want to or needs to play every single night. But a very valuable veteran presence, a well-accomplished NBA veteran who has made it to an All-Star game, who's won multiple championships with the Warriors, who won the 2015 NBA Finals MVP for such a long time, was one of the best and most athletic defenders in the NBA. I remember as a kid, I went to a Philadelphia 76ers game, and Andre Iguodala was signing autographs for the fans out there, and I saw his calf muscles. They're the most sculpted calf muscles I've ever seen, and I'm like, that's why that guy can jump so high. He's always been in really good shape, and he still is, even though he's been in the league for a minute. And I think his leadership, his locker room presence, really important for Golden State. Obviously, they have the best culture in the NBA with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, led by Steve Kerr, the best general manager in the sport in Bob Myers. But if you can add to that culture, if you can add to that locker room, I mean, shoot, why not? And this is a Warriors team that is locked and loaded as the reigning NBA champions, coming off of raising and hoisting the Larry O.B. that could run it back and do it all over again. You look at the team that they have here constructed. Starting five is awesome. The bench, Jordan Poole, Dante DiVincenzo, Jonathan Kuminga, JaMychal Green, James Wiseman, Andre Iguodala. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Moses Moody, also a part of that bench mob unit. Bob Myers, did I say, and should I say again, best general manager in the sport. The accumulation of talent that's taken place in the Bay Area, just downright fantastic. So next up on the show, want to hear from you in the comment section. Do you want Iggy back on the Dubs? B for back in the comment section. R for retire. Let us know right now in the comment section. Now we shift gears from an old player to a young and ascending player. Jonathan Kuminga, a lot of expectations for him going into his sophomore year, flashed a lot as a rookie, and has the ability to be a very special player in this league. Will he have a sophomore slump, or will he take a huge monumental leap going forward? This coming from NBC Sports Bay Area, and we've talked a lot about Kuminga. Let's see what NBC Sports Bay Area has to say. Kuminga last year, 7.3 minutes per game in November, up to 12.5 in December, 16 plus in January, played 25.5 minutes per game in February after some injuries there, and then almost 23 minutes per game in March before playing just under 19 minutes per game the final 5 regular season games in April. From the start of February to the end of the regular season, he averaged nearly 13 points per game, 4.5 rebounds. He shot 54% from the field, folks, almost 35% from the three-point line, 71.5% from the free throw line, and all while playing 23 minutes per night. So those right there, huge numbers for Jonathan Kuminga, considering he was a teenager last year, very young, didn't really start playing basketball until later on in his life, and wasn't even getting that many minutes once the Warriors were able to get healthy. The good that we saw in Kuminga, tantalizing. And I mean tantalizing athletic potential. He's so long, he's so hoppy, he's so explosive, and he threw down some haymakers last year that made you say, oh my goodness, Jonathan Kuminga can be a problem. High upside defensive potential as well because of the switchability on that end, but also he can play multiple positions on the offensive end of the floor. And today, in the NBA, you want positionless basketball players oftentimes. And that's what Jonathan Kuminga is. And that's what he brings to the table. And last year, his rookie numbers, to put up 9 per in less than 17 minutes per game, goes to show you just the potential that he has. 51% shooting, that exceeded expectations. And honestly, for me, nearly 34% from downtown exceeded my expectations as well. And I think with Kuminga, either way, whether he ends up being a star like Jaylen Brown, that was my pro comp for him coming out of the G League, or even if he's just average to very good to solid, he's going to be in this league for a really long time because of that athletic profile. But if he develops in this great Warriors player development era and program and puts in the necessary work, we're talking about a player here who can carry the torch after Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green start to get a little bit older and maybe pass on. You're looking at the next wave of players here, the new generation of the Warriors who, you know, maybe they don't go on that dynastic run like they have. 6 NBA Finals appearances over the last 8 years is just filthy and downright ridiculous. But they could have a lot of success. Jordan Poole, Moses Moody, Jonathan Kuminga, and James Wiseman. Those are the young Bulls, the young Bucks who are going to carry the torch. And again, this goes back to Bob Myers building this basketball team. To show Jonathan Kuminga some love, and he had to deal with some adversity early in his career with that unfortunate nickname, I want you to type 00, double zeros, in the comment section right now to show some love to a young and ascending star, in my opinion. And while you're scrolling down there, you see that red button that says subscribe? Well, hit that. Subscribe to the channel. We're pushing out Warriors videos year-round, and once the season gets started, you can expect even more coverage. Throughout the summer, we were getting millions and millions of views per month, and the feedback and the reaction and everybody supporting the show was phenomenal. So we want to continue to serve you, the fans. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. As for some of the Golden State Warriors inside the ESPN top 100 players for this upcoming season, there are 5. And this is why the Warriors are locked and loaded once again to potentially run it back. Some players here appearing for the first time across the NBA, including a Golden State Warrior. Jordan Poole checking in at 55. It's pretty damn good for Jay Poole. One great year of production. We kind of saw 2 years ago. He's starting to turn the corner, but 55, he's earning some respect across the league. Draymond Green at 43 might be a little bit too low because of the value that he has. One of the best defenders of this generation. And then Klay Thompson at 37, back before the injuries, Achilles ACL tear. He was a top 10 guy and probably the best all-around player, arguably, in the NBA outside of LeBron James with high-level defense and offense, checking in at 37. Andrew Wiggins ahead of him at 32, so that goes to show you the respect. And we have not yet gotten to the top players in the NBA, so right now a question mark for Steph Curry. But where do you think he's going to be? For me, after winning an NBA championship once again, his first NBA Finals MVP, 4 titles now, couple of scoring titles, couple of regular season MVPs, countless All-Star games, MVP in the All-Star game last year. Honestly, he might be the best player in the league. And I know it's weird to say that because he's a smaller guard and oftentimes wings and bigs sometimes are categorized as the best in the league. But look at the accomplishments. Look at the effect that he has on his team. Look at the numbers the last 4 years. He's not slowing down, and how he's been able to allow the Warriors to really add to that culture. I mean, Steph Curry is one of one, and if he's not number one in the NBA, he's got to be, 2 behind Giannis? KD certainly up there, LeBron James, Luka Doncic, Joel Embiid, the Joker. The depth of talent in the NBA really is bonkers, and Steph Curry is right up there. So I previewed that question just moments ago, but let me ask you it again. Where will Curry end up in the rankings? Let us know down below in the comments section. And before we hop on out of here, you want to talk Dubs, you want to talk hoops, I cover the NFL, college football, everything here. I'm like a Swiss Army knife. Boom, do it all. Hit me up, Twitter and IG, at Chase_Senior. Clap it up, Dub Nation. Appreciate all of your support. Don't forget to subscribe.